Okay, hi guys, I think I'm live now. If you can see me, if you can hear me, if everything is good, please do let me know in the chat. And then we'll start today's session. Please do like the stream. And please subscribe to our channel. This is a new channel that we started. Yeah. The duration of the session will be for around 2 hours. What I plan to do in these 2 hours is first give a question. And after giving the question, maybe I'll give around a couple of minutes for you to solve it. And after that, I will give the explanation. Just to give you a background about who I am, my name is Maruti. I'm the co-founder of Cracku. We are an edtech platform. We use a lot of good technology to help students prepare for examinations. We are currently focused on examinations like CAT, which is for students who are already doing their BTech. But recently we are starting our JEE branch also. So this is basically about us. Our website is cracku.in. This is basically started by me and my friend. We are both alums of IIT Bombay. We both did our graduation in computer science. So you can definitely check it out. We have a lot of useful material for students who are preparing for JEE. With that being said, let us get started with today's session. We are also giving 3 free mocks for JEE mains. All of them are in the latest pattern. Most of them are actually based on the January session of JEE mains. You can check it out. The link to take this free mocks is given in the description of this video. You can, if you have any doubts with respect to accessing it, you can just ask us in the chat. This is the first question for today. You have around 2 minutes to solve it. This is not a very difficult question, so hopefully you will get it correct. If you got the answer, you can mention it in the chat. Yeah, Prerna, the duration of the session will be for around 2 hours. Hi Ratan, how are you? Anybody who got the answer, they can mention it in the chat. I will let you know whether the answer is correct or not. There is 1 more minute to get this question correct. Try to see if you can get it. Hi Sri Lakshmi, how are you? Let me know guys, nobody has gotten it correct. It is not a very difficult question. Okay guys, the time is up for this question. Let us try to solve it. So in this question, we are asked to calculate the remainder when 7 to the power 103 is divided by 23. Whenever you are given the number that is dividing, that is this divisor, if it is a prime number, you should always look at Fermat's little theorem. What does Fermat's little theorem say? Fermat's little theorem, like I mentioned, is applicable, especially true whenever the number that is dividing, that is the divisor, is a prime number. Fermat's little theorem says that a to the power p minus 1 leaves a remainder of 1 when divided by p if p is a prime number and if a is not a multiple of p. For example, if you are looking at the prime numbers, you can look at prime numbers like say 5, 7, 11, etc. etc. Suppose you are looking at 5. 8 to the power 4 for example, if you are looking at prime numbers like say 5 or 7 or 11 or 13, what is, if you are looking at 5, 8 to the power 4 will leave a remainder of 1 when divided by 5. Similarly, you take any other number, 9 to the power 4 also will leave a remainder of 1 when divided by 5. Any number to the power 4, as long as it is not a multiple of 5, will leave a remainder of 4, will leave a remainder of 1 when divided by 5. You can look at 12 to the power 4. Because 5 is a prime number, any number to the power 4 will leave a remainder of 1. Similarly, if you are looking at another prime number, like say 7, 8 to the power 6 will leave a remainder of 1 when divided by 7. Any other number also, say 12 to the power 6, this also will leave a remainder of 1 when divided by 7. As long as the number that you are actually raising to the power of 6 is not a multiple of 7, the remainder will always be equal to 1. In this particular case, the divisor is 23. So 7 to the power 22 will leave a remainder of 1 when divided by 23. Why is this the case? Because 23 is a prime number. So if 7 to the power 22 leaves a remainder of 1, 7 to the power 88, which is equal to 7 to the power 22 whole to the power 4, this also will leave a remainder of 1 when divided by 23. What are we required to calculate? We are required to calculate the remainder when 7 to the power 103 is divided by 23. So 7 to the power 103 is 7 to the power 15 into 7 to the power 88. This is leaving a remainder of 1 when divided by 23. So the effective remainder has to be 7 to the power 15 when it is divided by 23. Now, what is 7 to the power 15? Just 1 minute. So we have to calculate the remainder when 7 to the power 15 is divided by 23. 7 square is 49. This leaves a remainder of 3 when divided by 23. So we are going to say that 7 to the power 15 is 7 square whole to the power 7, which will be 7 to the power 14, into 7 divided by 23. This is the same remainder. 7 square is leaving a remainder of 3. So we have to calculate the remainder when 3 to the power 7 is divided by 23 and you multiply it with 7. This will be the answer. Now 3 cube is 27, which leaves a remainder of 4 when divided by 23. So this will be 3 cube into 3 cube into 3 into 7. What is the remainder when this is divided by 23? This is what we are required to calculate. 3 cube when divided by 23, the remainder is 4. So this will be same as 4 into 3 into 7 when divided by 23. 4 into 3 is 12, into 7 is 84. 84 is 69 plus 15. So this leaves a remainder of 15 when divided by 23. So this will be 4 into 15 divided by 23, or this is 60, so the remainder will be 14, because 60 is 46 plus 14. Anyway, the answer for this question is option D. From this question, if you are able to understand Fermat's little theorem, and if you are able to figure out that Fermat's little theorem has to be used whenever the divisor is a prime number, I think you are going to take something out of this particular question. Let us now look at the second question. If you got the question correct, please do let me know in the chat whatever answer you got. I will try to give you a shout out. Rohit Ashwa is saying, sir, only 8 hardest days are left and my preparation is not very good. What can I do in the coming days? What I would tell you, Rohit Ashwa, is one thing. It is always a good idea to look at the papers from Jan 2026. That is, whatever questions were given in Jan 2026, try to see if you are able to answer some of them. I think if you spend your time in answering those questions, I think that will be the best use of the remaining 8 days. Secondly, I would tell you to also focus on your mental aspect. Don't be very afraid or don't be nervous or don't be demotivated, because if you're demotivated, you're not going to put in a lot of effort. What you have to look at is 8 days are remaining for you. You should try to make the best use of them and try to see if you can do whatever is in your hands. Everything else, I think, is not something that you can control. But these 8 days and how much effort you put in these 8 days are in your hands. So try to make the best use of them. Kido Bromance is saying, how do you decide quickly whether a question is worth solving or skipping in maths? One thing I would tell you is, in an ideal situation, you should be clear about what are your strengths and what are your weaknesses. In maths, for example, you should be clear about what are the topics that you're good at, what are the topics you're not good at. Some people, for example, are very scared of calculus. Some people are very comfortable with algebra, with determinants, with matrices, these kind of things. So you should be clear about what are the topics that you are comfortable with and try to see in the first glance, if a question is from the topics that you are good at, try to attempt them first. And if it is a question or if it is from a topic which you are not very comfortable with, maybe don't spend too much time on it, at least at the first glance. Hi Sai Jatin, how are you? Let me know if anybody got this question correct, man. Till now, nobody has given a question correct. Okay. The number of 3-digit numbers. The number of 3-digit numbers formed using the digits 2, 3, 4, 5, 7 when the repetition of digits is not allowed and which are not divisible by 3 is equal to. So here we are given 5 digits. The digits are 2, 3, 4, 5 and 7. We are required to find out the number of 3-digit numbers which are not divisible by 3, which can be found from these numbers. To do that, we are basically looking for number of not 3 multiples. This is a very odd way of phrasing it. This is what we are looking to calculate. Number of numbers which are not multiples of 3. This is equal to total 3-digit numbers that can be formed. And from this subtract the number of multiples of 3. That will be the answer. Now, what is the total number of 3-digit numbers that can be formed? The total 3-digit numbers that can be formed is, we have 5 digits, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 7. Now, the first number can be filled in 5 ways. It can be either 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 or 7. The second digit can be filled in 4 ways. The second digit will be any one of the remaining numbers. And the third digit can be filled in 3 ways. So the total number of ways is 5 into 4 into 3, which is equal to 60. So the total 3-digit numbers that can be formed is 60. Now, how many of them are actually multiples of 3? If you can figure out the number of numbers which are multiples of 3, we will just deduct that number from 60 and that will be the answer. If you are looking at the numbers that are formed, these are the 5 digits that are being used to form the number. What is the remainder when 2 is divided by 3? It will be 2. What is the remainder when 3 is divided by 3? It is 0. What is the remainder when 4 is divided by 3? It is 1. What is the remainder when 5 is divided by 3? It is 2. What is the remainder when 7 is divided by 3? It is 1. From these 5 numbers, we have to pick 3 numbers and we want the number to be a multiple of 3. So if you are looking at the remainders and if you are adding the remainders, the sum of the remainders has to be 3. If the sum of the remainders is say 2 or 4 or 5 or 1, then the number will not be a multiple of 3. We are first trying to find out how many of them are actually multiples of 3. So you want the sum of the remainders to be equal to 3. Now, if the sum of the remainders has to be equal to 3, these 3 remainders have to be 0, 1 and 2 in some order. It can be either 0, 1 and 2 or 2, 1, 0 or 1, 0, 2. But the 3 remainders have to be 0, 1 and 2. Now, if the remainder is 0, the number that is being selected out of this 5 has to be 3 only. If the remainder is 1, the number that is being selected is either 4 or 7. If the remainder is 2, the number that is being selected is either 2 or 5. So the 3 numbers that are actually being selected, in how many ways can they be selected? The remainder 0 can be selected in one way. It has to be 3 when the remainder is 0. When the remainder is 1, this number can be selected in 2 ways. It can be 4 or 7. When the remainder is 2, it can be selected in 2 ways. So there are 4 ways of selecting those 3 numbers. But once you select them, you also have to arrange them. For example, if the 3 numbers selected are 3, and from here say 4, and from here say 2, if these are the 3 numbers that are selected, you can arrange 3, 4 and 2 in 6 ways. So the total number of ways in which we can form a 3-digit number which is a multiple of 3 is 24 ways. So the number of 3-digit numbers which are not multiples of 3, which can be formed from these 5 numbers, will be 60 minus 24, which is equal to 36. Let us now look at the next question. Shreyas is saying, sir, I've barely studied for mains after boards. What should I do? I think, Shreyas, one way to look at it is, don't feel nervous, or if you're overthinking about these things that I didn't study a lot, I don't have enough time, maybe I didn't put enough time or enough effort, it is always easy to get trapped into those kind of thoughts. The way I would look at it is, you are not competing with others. The best way in which you can focus or keep your mental health together is telling yourself that you will try to improve yourself. You have 8 days or 9 days left, and focus on making the best use of this 8 or 9 days, because those are days that are in your hands. And try to improve yourself in both maths, physics and chemistry. That, I think, is what you should do, and that should be your mindset. That this is the amount of time I have. What is the best way in which I can use this time? Should I revise? Should I look at a new topic? Should I look at previous year's papers? Those are the questions that you have to look at. That is where you have to spend your mental energy in. If you are just thinking that I didn't put a lot of effort, or I was distracted because of my mains exam or my boards exam, it is going to demotivate you more and more, and the amount of effort you put in these last 8 days will also be not very good. Okay guys, please do like the stream and please do subscribe to the channel so that we can do these sessions more often. Yes, Sam, I think your answer is correct, which is 36. Okay. Time is up for this question. Let me try to solve it, guys. In this question, we are given a quadratic equation. This is the quadratic equation. 12x square minus 20x plus 3 lambda is equal to 0. And we are told that alpha and beta are the 2 roots of this quadratic equation. Now we are also told that 1 by 2 is less than or equal to beta minus alpha, which is less than or equal to 3 by 2. Then the sum of all the possible values of lambda is what is asked. If you are given a quadratic equation which is of the form ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0, this quadratic equation will have 2 roots. What is the sum of the 2 roots? Sum of roots is equal to minus b by a. And what is the product of roots? The product of roots is equal to C by A. In this question, the quadratic equation that is given to us is 12x square minus 20x plus 3 lambda is equal to 0. And the two roots are told to be alpha and beta. So what is the value of alpha plus beta? Alpha plus beta is 20 by 12, which is equal to 5 by 3. What is the value of alpha into beta? Alpha into beta is 3 lambda divided by 12, which is equal to lambda by 4. So we know the sum of the roots, we know the product of the roots. In addition to it, we are given some information about alpha and beta. We are told that 1 by 2 is less than or equal to modulus of beta minus alpha less than or equal to 3 by 2. In quadratic equations, whenever you are given the difference between the roots, one good way to use it is by squaring it. Why is that the case? Because beta minus alpha is not something that you can easily get from a quadratic equation. But we know that beta minus alpha whole square is equal to beta square plus alpha square minus 4 alpha minus 2 alpha beta. This is beta square plus alpha square plus 2 alpha beta minus 4 alpha beta. Or this is simply equal to beta plus alpha whole square minus 4 alpha beta. So whenever you are given beta minus alpha or whenever you are given difference between roots, try to square it so that you can express it as the sum of the roots whole square minus 4 times the product of the roots. In this particular question, 1 by 2 is less than or equal to modulus of beta minus alpha is less than or equal to 3 by 2. If you are squaring this inequality, you are going to get 1 by 4 is less than or equal to beta minus alpha whole square is less than or equal to 9 by 4. But like we just discussed, what is beta minus alpha whole square? It is beta plus alpha whole square minus 4 alpha beta. Beta plus alpha is 5 by 3. 4 beta alpha is lambda by 4 into 4. So beta plus alpha whole square is 25 by 9 minus 4 times alpha beta is minus lambda. So basically this is 1 by 4 is less than or equal to 25 by 9 minus lambda is less than or equal to 9 by 4. This is the inequality that is given to us. From all parts of the inequality, let us just subtract this term, which is 25 by 9. What is 1 by 4 minus 25 by 9? This will be equal to minus 91 by 36. So minus 91 by 36 is less than or equal to minus lambda is less than or equal to what is 9 by 4 minus 25 by 9? This is minus 19 by 36. Now 91 by 36, 90 by 36 is 2.5. So this will be approximately minus 2.53 or so. Less than or equal to minus lambda is less than or equal to, this is minus 0.approximately 52 or so 53. Because 18 by 36 is 0.5, 19 by 36 approximately will be 0.53. So minus lambda is between minus 2.53 and minus 0.53, or the values that lambda can take are 1 and 2, because lambda has to be an integer. So the sum of all the possible values of lambda is equal to option B, which is 3. Let us look at the next question, guys. I also plan to do a lot of these sessions next week, that is on Monday and Tuesday and on Wednesday. I'll be doing 3 sessions. On Monday at 3:30 p.m. at the same time, I'll be doing a session on JEE Maths. The same will be on Tuesday also at 3:30 p.m. again on JEE Maths. On Wednesday, that is the 1st of April, I'll probably give you some last minute tips, because I've taken the examination also many years back. So it will be good to actually look at all the things that I wanted to say to students who are attempting the examination this time. So the last minute tips I'll give on April 1st. So basically next week, that is Monday, Tuesday and Wednesday, we will be having sessions on YouTube at 3:30 p.m. Please do subscribe to this channel. Please do like this video so that when we do the session next week, you will get a notification for it. Okay guys, let us try to solve this question. This is a question on quadratic equations. Let me know if anybody was able to solve this question. Okay guys, let us try to solve this question. In this question, there is a building construction work that is going on. In this question, we are told that there is a building construction work that can be completed by two masons, A and B together. And if both of them are working together, they take 22.5 days to complete it. A alone will take 24 days less than B to complete it. So if you assume that time taken by A is A days, time taken by B will be A plus 24 days, because B is taking 24 days more than A to finish the job. If both of them are working together, the job will be done in 22.5 days. So in one day, what fraction of the work is done by A? A finishes the whole task in A days. So in one day, he will do 1 by A part of the job. Similarly, in one day, how much fraction of the work is completed by B? B finishes the entire work in A plus 24 days. So in one day, B will finish 1 divided by A plus 24. Now if both of them are working together, the job is finished in 22.5 days. So if both of them are working together in one day, the amount of work that they will do, or the fraction of work that they will do, is 1 divided by 22.5. This is basically the equation that we have. If you simplify it, we are going to get a quadratic equation. Once we solve the quadratic equation, we can get the value of A. 1 by 22.5, if you are simplifying it, is 2 by 45. So you can simplify this. This is A plus 24 plus A divided by A into A plus 24 is equal to 2 by 45. This is 2A plus 24 divided by A into A plus 24 is equal to 2 by 45. We can divide both sides with 2. So you are going to get A plus 12 divided by A into A plus 24 is equal to 1 by 45. If you cross multiply, this will be 45A plus 45 into 12 is 540 is equal to a square plus 24a. Or the quadratic equation we have is a square minus 21a minus 540 is equal to 0. This is a square minus 36a plus 15a minus 540 is equal to 0. This is a minus 36 into a plus 15 is equal to 0. So the value of a is either 36 or a is equal to minus 15. The number of days in which somebody can finish a job cannot be negative. It has to be positive. So the number of days a takes to finish the job will be 36 days. So the correct answer for this question is option A. Let us look at the next question. This is another question in quadratic equations. Try to solve it. Yeah, Bhaskar got it correct. 36 days. Well done, Bhaskar. Mr. Beast is saying ये मेरे शिफ्ट में आया था. Yeah, ये सारे क्वेश्चंस जनवरी के शिफ्ट्स के डिफरेंट शिफ्ट्स के उनमें से अच्छे क्वेश्चंस ढूंढ के ये लिस्ट बनाया. तो ट्राई टू सॉल्व इट. I think till now only Bhaskar and Sam got the correct answers. So try to see if you can get this question correct. It's not very difficult. Okay, let us try to answer this question, guys. In this question, we are given alpha and beta. They are the two roots of the quadratic equation. Lambda x square minus lambda plus 3x plus 3 is equal to 0. And 1 by alpha minus 1 by beta is equal to 1 by 3. We are required to calculate the sum of all the possible values of lambda. If you are given a quadratic equation like ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0. If you are told that the two roots are alpha and beta, what is the sum of the roots? Sum of the roots alpha plus beta is minus b by a. And the product of the roots alpha into beta is c by a. This is what we know about quadratic equations. In this quadratic equation, the coefficient of x is minus lambda plus 3. The coefficient of x square is lambda. So alpha plus beta is equal to lambda plus 3 divided by lambda. And the product of the roots alpha into beta is the constant term divided by the coefficient of x square, which is 3 by lambda. From the given quadratic equation, this is what we can infer. What we are given in addition to it is that 1 by alpha minus 1 by beta is equal to 1 by 3. So if we are given that 1 by alpha minus 1 by beta is equal to 1 by 3, on the left hand side, you are going to get this as beta minus alpha divided by alpha beta is equal to 1 by 3. It is easy in a quadratic equation to actually, if you are getting the difference between the roots, in this particular case beta minus alpha, to square it. Because if you square it, you can express the difference between the roots as sum of the roots and product of the roots. What I mean by it is, from this particular case, if you are squaring it, you are going to get beta minus alpha whole square divided by alpha square beta square is equal to 1 by 9. But you can calculate the value of beta minus alpha whole square. Beta minus alpha whole square is equal to beta plus alpha whole square minus 4 alpha beta. And what is alpha plus beta whole square? This is lambda plus 3 whole square divided by lambda square minus 4 times 3 by lambda. So what we are essentially getting is this particular equation simply says that lambda plus 3 whole square minus 12 lambda divided by lambda square whole divided by alpha square beta square. Alpha beta is 3 by lambda. So the square of it will be 9 by lambda square is equal to 1 by 9. In the numerator and denominator we can cancel 1 by lambda square. So what we are going to get is lambda square. What is lambda plus 3 whole square? It is lambda square plus 6 lambda plus 9 minus 12 lambda divided by 9 is equal to 1 by 9. We can cancel both of them. And the final quadratic equation we have is lambda square minus 6 lambda plus 8 is equal to 0. This is lambda minus 4 into lambda minus 2 is equal to 0. So the values that lambda can take are either lambda is equal to 2 or lambda is equal to 4. These are the two values that lambda can take, and the sum of those two values is equal to 6. So the answer for this particular question is 6. Let us now look at the next question. Okay, let us try to answer this question. In this question, we are required to calculate the product of all the rational roots of the equation x square minus 9x plus 11 whole square minus x minus 4 into x minus 5 is equal to 3. If you are looking at the second term of the left hand side, it is x minus 4 into x minus 5. This is simply equal to x square minus 9x plus 20. So the given expression is x square minus 9x plus 11 whole square minus x square minus 9x plus 20 is equal to 3. Now one way to look at it is, the first term contains x square minus 9x. The second term also contains x square minus 9x. So let us see if we can make x square minus 9x plus 11, which is basically the first term, to be equal to a new parameter, and let us call it a variable p. So x square minus 9x plus 20 will be equal to p plus 9. So the expression that is given to us is p square minus p plus 9 is equal to 3, or p square minus p minus 12 is equal to 0. This quadratic equation can be simplified to equal p minus 4 into p plus 3 is equal to 0. So the value of p is either equal to 4 or p is equal to minus 3. But what is p? P is x square minus 9x plus 11. So either x square minus 9x plus 11 is equal to 4, or x square minus 9x plus 11 is equal to minus 3. In the first case, x square minus 9x plus 7 is equal to 0. In this quadratic equation, what is the discriminant? If you have a quadratic equation like ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0, discriminant is b square minus 4ac. For the roots to be a rational number, this discriminant has to be a perfect square. Only if it is a perfect square will the roots be rational. What is the discriminant of this given equation? It is b square, that is 81, minus 4 times 7, which is 28. This is 53. This is not a perfect square. So the two roots of this given quadratic equation will not be rational. What about this one? This is x square minus 9x plus 14 is equal to 0. This is x square minus 7x minus 2x plus 14 is equal to 0. This is simply equal to x minus 7 into x minus 2 is equal to 0. So the two roots of this given quadratic equation are that x is equal to 2 or x is equal to 7. Those are the two rational roots, and their product, which is what we are required to calculate, is option A, which is 14. Let us look at the next question. We have compiled a list of very important formulas for JEE mains. I would say this will be a very useful sheet for all of you. The link to download it is given in the description of this video. Otherwise, if you are looking for all the important formulas across the three subjects, maths, physics and chemistry, just Google search Cracku JEE formulas PDF. Then you will get a page which looks something like this. Here you have the link for all the physics formulas, all the chemistry formulas and all the maths formulas. So to find this, you can even download the formulas handbook. Like you can see, it has a lot of formulas. It has 168 pages in physics. You have to just Google search Cracku JEE formulas PDF. Once you go there, you can download these PDFs, revise them regularly so that you will be able to remember the formulas for more time. Okay guys, let us try to solve this question now. इसका आंसर किसी को आया तो मैसेज कर दो। Okay, let us try to solve this question, guys. From the first 100 natural numbers, two numbers, first A and then B, are selected randomly without replacement. If the probability that A minus B is greater than or equal to 10 is m by n, then the value of m plus n has to be calculated. So we have 100 natural numbers. They are 1, 2, 3, 4, till 99 and 100. First A is selected. In how many ways can A be selected? A can be selected in 100 ways. In how many ways can B be selected? Once A is selected, there is no replacement. So B can be any one of the remaining 99 numbers. So it can be selected in 99 ways. So what is the total number of ways in which these two numbers can be selected? It will be 99 into 100. Now once they are selected, what is the probability or what is the number of relevant cases where A minus B is greater than or equal to 10? If A is equal to 1, we cannot have B to be a negative number, so the number of relevant cases will be 0. Similarly, when A is 2, there will be no value of B from these 100 such that A minus B is greater than or equal to 10. This will be the case till A first touches 11. When A is 11, there is one possible case. B can be equal to 1. So we have one relevant case. If A is equal to 12, B can be 1 or 2. So it has two cases. If A is equal to 13, we have three cases. B can be 1, 2 or 3. Similarly, as the value of A increases, the number of relevant cases which are permissible also increases. Finally, when A is equal to 100, the number of values B can take will be 90. B can be 1, 2, 3, till 90. B cannot be 91 because in that case the difference will be only 9. So the total relevant cases will be 1 plus 2 plus till 90. And what is the value of 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus till 90? This is equal to 90 into 91 divided by 2. So what is the required probability? The required probability is 90 into 91 by 2. These are the permissible cases divided by the total number of cases. The total number of cases is 99 into 100. If you are simplifying it, this will be 90 into 91 divided by 2 into 100 into 99. You can cancel this 0, 99 and 9 you can divide by 9. So the required probability is 91 divided by 220. This is the value of m, this is the value of n. The sum of m plus n, which is what we are required to calculate, is equal to 91 plus 220, which is 311. So the answer for this particular question will be 311. Let us look at the next question, guys. Guys, please do like the stream. Yeah, Bhaskar Rao got it correct. Well done. Mr. Gamer also got it correct. That also I think is well done. Especially 311 is a number which is not easy to guess. So it looks like you have solved it well. Good job. Please do like the stream, guys, and please do subscribe to the channel. We plan to do these kind of sessions very regularly next week. So please do like it so that you'll get a notification when we do these sessions. Okay, let us try to answer this question. In this question, we are told that there are 10 defective bulbs and 90 non-defective bulbs in a lot. So a lot has 10 defective bulbs and 90 non-defective bulbs. The total number of bulbs in this particular lot is 100. So if you are picking one bulb from this lot, what is the probability that it is a defective bulb? The probability that it is a defective bulb is 1 by 10, which is 10 by 100. And the probability that it is a non-defective bulb will be 9 by 10, that is 90 by 100. If you are picking 8 bulbs from this lot, we are picking 8 bulbs and they are picked with replacement, what is the probability that we are getting at least 7 defective bulbs? When you are said to calculate the probability, or when you are asked to calculate the probability that there are at least 7 defective bulbs, there are two cases possible. There are exactly 7 defective bulbs, or there are exactly 8 defective bulbs. That is, all the bulbs that are selected are defective. What is the probability of having exactly 7 defective bulbs? Now, out of the 8 bulbs, we have to select which of the 8 is defective. That can be done in 8 ways. So basically we need 7 defective bulbs. So one of the bulbs has to be non-defective. So that one number can be selected in 8 ways. Once that is selected, the probability that that bulb is not defective is given by 9 by 10. Because the probability of selecting a non-defective bulb is 9 by 10. Now we have 7 remaining bulbs and we want all of them to be defective. And the probability that a bulb is defective is 1 by 10. So probability that all the 7 bulbs are defective is 1 by 10 to the power 7. This is the probability that exactly 7 of the 8 bulbs are defective. What is the probability that all the 8 bulbs are defective, which is the second case? Now we don't have any selection to be made. All the 8 bulbs have to be defective. Probability that one bulb is defective is 1 by 10. So probability that all the 8 bulbs are defective is 1 by 10 whole to the power 8. So the required probability is the sum of both of them, which is 8 into 9 by 10 into 1 by 10 to the power 7 plus 1 by 10 to the power 8. This is 1 by 10 to the power 7 and this is another 10. So this is simply equal to the first term 72 divided by 10 to the power 8 plus 1 by 10 to the power 8, which is 73 divided by 10 to the power 8. This is the required answer. If you are looking at it, this is option D. Let us look at the next question. This I think has some Bayes theorem involved. Yes, Bhaskar Rao and Mr. Gaviry, both of them got the correct answer. Well done, guys. Tarun Rai Varpa is saying, sir, I didn't know about the stream. I was solving 50 question lecture till now. That also is good, man, because those 50 questions are also a very good list of 50 questions. All of those questions are also from the JEE mains of January. So those are also very useful questions you can solve. And because you didn't know that there was a stream, I'll just remind you again. We are going to have 3 streams next week. Monday, Tuesday and Wednesday at 3:30 p.m. on all the 3 days. So don't miss out on it. Monday, Tuesday and Wednesday at 3:30 p.m. We'll be having 3 streams next week because JEE mains is starting from Thursday. I thought I'll try to help students as much as possible. So these 3 days, Monday, Tuesday and Wednesday, we'll be having streams. So definitely do attend them. Guys, please do like the stream and please do subscribe to the channel so that whenever we do any of the streams, you'll get a notification for the same. Okay, I think the time is up. Let us try to solve it. Now, in this question, 2 balls are selected at random, one by one, without replacement from a bag containing 4 white and 6 black balls. If the probability that the first selected ball is black, we have to find out the probability that the first selected ball is black, given that the second selected ball is also black, is m by n. We are required to calculate the value of m plus n. So in this kind of questions, whenever you are told to calculate what is the probability that x has happened, given that y has happened, in those kind of situations, whenever the question is termed like that, what is the probability that this has happened, given that something else has happened, we have to use something called Bayes' theorem. What is Bayes' theorem? Bayes' theorem says that what is the probability that event A has happened given that B has happened. This is equal to probability that B has happened given A has happened into probability of A divided by probability of B. Even though it sounds complex, it is actually not very complex and it is quite intuitive if you are actually understanding probability well. For example, in this particular case, we are required to calculate what is the probability that first selected is black given that second is black. So what is the probability that first is black given second is black? This is what we are required to calculate. This is probability that second is black using Bayes' theorem given first is black into probability that first is black divided by probability that second is black. What does all of this mean? If you are looking at it from the basics, we have a lot which contains 4 white and 6 black balls. Now suppose the first ball is black. How many balls are remaining? We have 4 white and 5 black balls. So if the first ball is black, what is the probability that the second ball is black? If the first ball is black, we are left with 4 white and 5 black balls. So probability that the second ball is black will be 5 divided by 9. So in this particular case, this is just equal to 5 by 9. That is, the probability that the second ball is black, given that the first ball is black, is 5 by 9. Into what is the probability that the first ball is black? Now in this particular scenario, the first ball that we pick can be either white or black. What is the probability that it is white? The total number of balls is 10. In the first scenario, the probability that it is white is 4 by 10. The probability that it is black is 6 by 10. So the probability that the first ball is black is 6 by 10. Now we need to calculate the denominator. And what is the denominator? We have to calculate the probability that the second ball is black. In all the scenarios, if you are looking at it, what is the probability that the second ball is black? Now there are 2 cases for that. Either the first ball is black and the second ball is black, or the first ball is white and the second ball is black. In both of these scenarios, the second ball is black. What is the probability for the first event to happen? For the first event to happen, the first ball has to be black, and the probability for that to happen is 6 by 10. And once the first ball is black, we are left with 4 white and 5 black balls. That is a total of 9 balls. From this, the probability that the second ball is black is 5 by 9. So this is 6 by 10 into 5 by 9. This is the first case. In the second case, where the first ball is white, the probability that the first ball is white, we have already discussed it, it is 4 by 10. And once the first ball is white, we are left with 3 white balls and 6 black balls. Now what is the probability that the second ball is black? The total number of balls is 9. From that, there are 6 black balls. So the required probability is 6 by 9. So overall, the total probability will be 6 by 10 into 5 by 9 plus 4 by 10 into 6 by 9. This is basically the probability. You can multiply the numerator with 90 and the denominator with 90 just to remove the fractions. So the required probability will be 5 into 6 divided by 6 into 5 plus 4 into 6. We can again divide the numerator and denominator with 6 because 6 is common. So the required probability is 5 divided by 5 plus 4, which is equal to 5 by 9. This is the value of m, this is the value of n. So the sum of m plus n is 14. So the answer in this particular case is 14. If you remember Bayes' theorem from this question, I think you have learned something, which is basically saying when should you apply Bayes' theorem? In the question, if you are given that what is the probability that something is happening given that something else is happening. This term given that, I would say, is a very important key for you to understand if Bayes' theorem has to be used or not. And if you have Bayes' theorem, you just remember the formula, which is probability that A given B has happened is probability that B given A has happened into probability of A divided by probability of B. Let us now look at the next question. We actually have launched a very useful question bank. This is completely free. We have close to 10,000 questions in maths, physics and chemistry. I think we have around 3,500 questions in maths. We have around 3,100 questions in physics and again 3,100 questions in chemistry. The link to get the question bank is given in the description of this video. I would definitely urge you to go there and start practicing it. The question bank is very, very useful. It is completely for free. So I see no reason as to why you shouldn't use it. This site has been started by me and my friend Srikanth. We were both alums of IIT Bombay. We were in computer science. I got a JEE rank of 29 and Srikanth got a JEE rank of 20. And we are building Cracku with a lot of love. We are putting in a lot of effort to help JEE students. So definitely do check it out. I think the question bank also will be very, very useful for you. The link to access it is given in the description of this video. This is the next question, guys. Yeah, Bhaskar Rao got it correct. Gamery also got it correct. Both of them got the correct answer as 14. Well done. Yuvraj, I think you made a small mistake. Please try to check it again. This is an interesting question. This has probability as well as progressions. Okay, let us try to answer this question. In this question, we are told that A and B alternately throw a pair of dice. So both of them are throwing 2 dice. A wins the throw if he gets a sum of 5 before B throws a sum of 8, and B wins if he throws a sum of 8 before A throws a sum of 5. The probability that A wins given that A makes the first throw is. So let us try to find out if A is throwing, what is the probability that the sum is 5. He has 2 dice. Both of them can come as numbers from 1 to 6. So the total number of cases that are possible is 36. The first die can be any number from 1 to 6. The second number can be any number from 1 to 6. Now, in how many cases is the sum of the numbers on both of these dice equal to exactly 5? You will notice that there are 4 cases. Either it is 4-1 or, either it is 4-1 or 3-2 or 2-3 or 1-4. These are the 4 cases possible. So the probability that when A throws a pair of 2 dice, the sum is 4 by 36, which is 1 by 9. Now what is the probability that when B is throwing, the sum is 8? Again, the total number of cases is 36. He has 2 dice, he is throwing these 2 dice, so the total number of cases possible is 36. In how many ways is the sum of the numbers on the 2 dice equal to 8? It will be either 6-2 or 5-3 or 4-4 or 3-5 or 2-6. There are 5 cases possible. So the probability that when B throws the dice, the number or the sum is equal to 8 is 5 by 36. Now suppose A is throwing first and he gets 5. What is the probability that the game is finished in the first throw? The game will finish in the first throw if A throws the dice and the sum is 5. The probability for that to happen is 1 by 9. Now what is the probability that the game is finished in the second throw? For the game to be finished in the second throw, when A throws it the first time, he should not get a sum of 5. And the probability for that to happen is 8 by 9. And then B throws. When B throws, he should not get a sum of 8. And the probability for that to happen is 1 minus 5 by 36, which is 31 by 36. And now A gets the dice again, and we want the probability that the game is finishing in the second throw, that A is throwing. So this will be into 1 by 9. So the first throw, the game ending in the first throw is 1 by 9. Game ending in the second throw is 1 by 9 into 8 by 9 into 31 by 36. The probability that game finishes for A the third time he throws is very similar. For this to happen, A should not get 5 in the first and second throw of dice that he throws, and that will happen in 8 by 9 whole square. And B also should not get 8 in the first or second time that he throws, and that will be 31 by 36 whole square. And the third time that A is throwing, he has to get 5, and the probability for that to happen is 1 by 9. So if you are summing all of them up, you will notice that this is a geometric progression. This is a geometric progression where the first term is 1 by 9 and the common ratio R is 8 by 9 into 31 by 36. This is 2 and this is 9, which is equal to 62 by 81. Now what is the sum of an infinite geometric progression? If you have a geometric progression which is AR square dot till infinity, and suppose the common ratio lies between 1 and minus 1. The sum of this infinite geometric progression is A divided by 1 minus R. In this particular case, the first term is 1 by 9 and the common ratio is 62 by 81. So the sum of this infinite geometric progression is 1 by 9 divided by 1 minus 62 by 81, which is equal to 1 by 9 divided by 19 by 81, which is simply equal to 9 divided by 19. So the probability that A wins this game is 9 divided by 19, which is option B. Let us look at the next question. Okay, in this question we have one die which has two faces marked 1, two faces marked 2, one face marked 3 and one face marked 4. So we have a die which has two faces marked 1, so it is 1 and 1. Two faces are marked 2, so it is 2 and 2. One face marked 3, this is 3, and one face which is marked 4. Another die which has one face marked 1, two faces marked 2, so this is 2 and 2. Two faces marked 3, so this is 3 and 3, and one face which is marked 4. So this is the first die, and this is the second dice. Now what is the probability that the sum of the numbers is 4 or 5? Let us first find out the probability that sum of both the dice is 4. For that to happen, we should either get 1 from the first dice and 3 from the second dice, or we should get 2 from both the dice, or we should get 3 from the first dice and 1 from the second dice. What is the probability of this case happening? What is the probability of getting 1 from the first dice? 2 out of the 6 faces is 1 in the first dice. So the probability is 1 by 3. What is the probability of getting 3 from the second dice? 2 out of the 6 faces on the second dice is 3, so the probability is 1 by 3. What is the probability that both the dice show up 2? There are 2 faces which are having 2 in the first dice, so the probability is 1 by 3. And in the second one also there are 2 faces which are showing 2, so the probability of getting 2 on the second dice is again 1 by 3. In the third case, where we are getting 3 from the first dice and 1 from the second dice, we have only 1 3 in the first dice, that is 1 out of the 6 faces is 3, so the probability is 1 by 6. Into from the second dice we need 1, and only one face out of the 6 faces in the second dice is 1, so the probability is 1 by 6. So overall the probability that sum of the numbers on both the dice is 4 is 1 by 3 into 1 by 3, which is 2 by 9, plus 1 by 3 into 1 by 3, which is again 2 by 9, plus 1 by 36. This is equal to by 36, 4 by 9, that is 8 plus 1, which is 9 by 36, which is equal to 1 by 4. So the probability that sum of the two numbers is 4 is 1 by 4. Now what is the probability that sum is 5? For the sum to be 5, we have 4 cases. Either the number on the first dice is 4 and the second dice is 1, or the number on the first dice is 3, second dice is 2, or number on the first dice is 1 and second dice is 4. So there are 3 cases possible. Either it is 4 1 or 3 2, sorry, there is also 2 3 and 1 4. So these are the 4 cases that are possible. Now what is the probability that the number on the first dice is 4? There is only 1 4, so the probability is 1 by 6. What is the probability that the number on the second dice is 1? Again there is only 1 1, so it is 1 by 6. What is the probability that the number on the first dice is 3? It is again 1 by 6. What is the probability that the number on the second dice is 2? That will be 1 by 3 because there are 2 2s. What is the probability that the number on the first dice is 2? It is 1 by 3. And the number on the second dice is 3 is also 1 by 3. Now for it to be 1 and 4, what is the probability that the first number is 1? It is 1 by 3 and second number is 4 is 1 by 6. So this total sum will be 1 by 6 into 1 by 6, which is 1 by 36, plus 1 by 6 into 1 by 3, which is 1 by 18, plus 1 by 3 into 1 by 3, which is 1 by 9, plus 1 by 3 into 1 by 6, which is 1 by 18. This is, you take the common denominator of 36, 1 plus 2 plus 4 plus 2, which is 9 by 36. This is equal to 1 by 4. So probability that the sum is 5 is also 1 by 4. Probability that the sum is 4 is also 1 by 4. So overall the total probability that the sum is either 4 or 5 is 1 by 2. Let us look at the next question. Okay, Bhaskar Rao and Gameri, both of them have gotten the correct answer. Well done, guys. Tarun Rayavarapu. Sir, overall maths I'm able to solve decently well, but can't solve conic sections very well. Could you share any tips for conic section questions? Like I told you earlier, Tarun, one of the best ways is, I would actually tell you 2 things. One, download the math formula PDF that we have. Okay, you can just Google search. I'll tell you what to Google search. You can Google search Cracku JEE maths formulas. Go and download this PDF. In that PDF, there will be a section for conic sections. So go to that part and try to understand the formulas. If you're not able to understand the formulas because not a lot of time is left, at least try to remember the formulas. That at least will be one step ahead. The second thing I would tell you is you can try to solve questions from the January 2026 mains sections of from the same topic. Then you will get some more confidence. I think these are the 2 steps that you can do. That is, first go through the formulas again and then try to solve some questions from the previous papers. These 2 things if you do, I think your confidence will also be higher. Okay, let us try to solve this question, guys. There are three urns A, B and C. They contain 7 red and 5 black, this is in A, 5 red and 7 black, this is in B, and 6 red and 6 black, this is in C. One urn is selected at random and a ball is drawn from it. If the ball drawn is black, what is the probability that it is from urn A? So we have urn A. This has 7 red and 5 black. Then we have urn B. This has 5 red and 7 black. And we have urn C. This has 6 red and 6 black. These are the three urns that are there. And one ball is drawn at random from one of these urns. Now it is given that the ball is black. What is the probability that it is from urn A? So this we have to use Bayes' theorem in it. What does Bayes' theorem say? Bayes' theorem says that probability of B given A, or basically it is probability of A given B is equal to probability of B given A into probability of A divided by probability of B. In this particular case, what we are required to calculate is the ball drawn is black. We are required to calculate the probability that it is from urn A. So we are required to calculate that probability of urn A given that ball is black. This is what we are required to calculate. This is probability of ball is black given that it is picked from urn A into probability that the urn selected is urn A divided by probability that ball is black. Let us first look at the numerator. If you are told that the urn selected is A, what is the probability that the ball is black? In this particular case, there are 5 black balls and 7 red balls. Total number of balls in each one of them is 12. So the probability that the ball is black, given that the urn selected is A, is 5 by 12. Now what is the probability that the urn selected is A? It can be either A or B or C with equal probability, and that probability will be 1 by 3. Now what is the probability that the ball selected is black? Now if you are trying to figure out what is the probability that the ball selected is black, we will have 3 cases. Either urn A is selected, or urn B is selected, or urn C is selected. The probability that urn A is selected is 1 by 3. The probability that urn B is selected is 1 by 3. The probability that urn C is selected is 1 by 3. If urn A is selected, what is the probability that the ball is black? Like we discussed, it is 5 by 12. If urn B is selected, what is the probability that the ball is black? Here we have 7 black balls and 5 red balls. So the probability is 7 by 12. If urn C is selected, what is the probability that the ball is black? It is 6 divided by 12. So the required probability is this particular number. You can notice that we have 1 by 12 and 1 by 3 in both the numerator and denominator. So let us multiply the numerator with 36. Let us multiply the denominator with 36. So this becomes 5 divided by 5 plus 7 plus 6, which is equal to 5 by 18. So the answer for this particular question is option A, which is 5 by 18. Let us look at the next question. One of the other features that we have launched recently, and this is especially true for students who are nervous about taking the examination, we have uploaded all the papers of the Jan 2026 main session, and you can take the test in the previous year's papers, all of these previous year's papers in the actual test format. So definitely do check it out. You can take it in the mock format, all of these sessions, all the 10 sessions that are there. The link to take these exams in the mock test format is given in the description of this video. All of them are completely for free. Definitely do check it out. Once you take one or two of these previous year's papers in the mock format, you will also feel more comfortable and more confident. So definitely do check it out. You can even download all of the previous year's papers in the PDF format over here. All of them have detailed solutions. And all of this is completely for free. Definitely do check it out. Okay guys, now let us solve a couple of questions in determinants. Yes, Gamery and Hitesh Singh have given the answers. Good man. Guys, if you have just joined, please do like the stream and please do subscribe to our channel. We are very close to getting 100 subscribers. So, and we plan to do one thing I wanted to tell you is we are doing 3 sessions next week on Monday, Tuesday and Wednesday. Definitely do join us at 3:30 p.m. on each of these days. We'll be going through all the important topics for maths. And please do spread the word if you know any friends of yours who are also preparing for JEE mains, which is upcoming in the next 1 week or so. Definitely do tell them to join our sessions on Monday, Tuesday and Wednesday at 3:30 p.m. Okay guys, let us try to solve this question. So here we are given a determinant. We are told that this determinant is equal to 0 and we are required to calculate the values of alpha for which this is true. If you are looking at this given determinant and if you are looking at the second column, we have 3 by 2 over here and this is alpha plus 3 by 2. We have 1 by 3 here, this is alpha plus 1 by 3. Immediately the thought that should come to your mind is, I will replace the second column with second column minus third column. Then what am I going to get as the matrix? The determinant will look something like this. This is 1, 1, 2 alpha plus 3. This will be 3 by 2 minus alpha plus 3 by 2, which is minus alpha. This is 1 by 3 minus alpha plus 1 by 3, which is again minus alpha. This is 3 alpha plus 1 minus 0, which is 3 alpha plus 1. And the third column will be alpha plus 3 by 2, alpha plus 1 by 3 and 0. Now, if you are subtracting the second row from the first row, if you are replacing the first row with first row minus second row, you will notice that the first two numbers will become 0 and 0. The third number will become 3 by 2 minus 1 by 3. What is 3 by 2 minus 1 by 3? 3 by 2 minus 1 by 3 is equal to 7 by 6. So this is 7 by 6. And the remaining terms will remain the same. This is 1 minus alpha, alpha plus 1 by 3. This is 2 alpha plus 3, 3 alpha plus 1 and 0. This determinant we are told is equal to 0. Now we have the first two terms of the first row to be 0. So we can easily calculate the value of this determinant. This will be 7 by 6 into 1 into 3 alpha plus 1, which is 3 alpha plus 1, minus 2 alpha plus 3 into minus alpha, which is basically plus 2 alpha square plus 3 alpha. This we are told is equal to 0. or what we essentially have is 2 alpha square plus 6 alpha plus 1 is equal to 0. So the values alpha can take is minus 6 plus or minus square root of 6 square, which is 36, minus 8 divided by 2 into 2, which is 4. This is, you can divide the numerator and denominator with 2. So this is minus 3 plus or minus square root of 7 divided by 2. We can approximate square root of 7 for this particular question to be equal to 2.6. So the two roots are either minus 5.6 by 2 or minus 0.4 by 2. So this is either minus 2.8 or minus 0.2. These are the two roots. Now, which interval is used to encompass both of these roots? The only answer for this will be minus 3 to 0. Minus 2 to 1 will not encompass minus 2.8. Minus 3 by 2 to 3 by 2 also will not encompass minus 2.8. 0 to 3 will not encompass both the roots. So the only interval which contains both the roots is option B. Let us look at the last question for today, guys. Try to solve it. Yeah, Mr. Gamer, I think, is getting questions correct. Well done. Okay, let us try to answer this question, guys. This is a determinant. We have a lot of sine square x and cos square x. So if you are first writing the determinant, it will look something like this. This is sine square x, and this is minus 2 plus cos square x. This is cos 2x. And then we have 2 plus sine square x. This is cos square x. This is cos 2x. This is sine square x. This is cos square x. And this is 1 plus cos 2x. Now you can see that there are many terms which are common in many of these rows. So what we'll do is we'll replace the second row with R2 minus R1, and we'll replace the third row with R3 minus R1. If you are replacing the second and the third rows, the first row will remain the same, which is sine square x. The second term is minus 2 plus cos square x. And the third term is cos 2x. Then the second row minus the first row is 2 plus sine square x minus sine square x, which is 2. Cos square x minus cos square x minus 2, which is again equal to 2. Cos 2x minus cos 2x is equal to 0. And the third row will be sine square x minus sine square x, which is 0. Cos square x minus cos square x minus 2, so which will again be equal to 2. And 1 plus cos 2x minus cos 2x is equal to 1. So this is basically what we have. Now you can, if you look at it, you can look at any of the rows. We have a couple of zeros. We can just try to get one more zero, and then it will be easy to calculate the determinant. So for example, if you make the second column and if you replace it with second column minus first column, this will look, the first column will be the same. So this is sine square x, 2 and 0. The third column will be the same, it is cos 2x, 0 and 1. And the second column, I am just replacing it with second column minus first column. So this is, because I wanted 2 minus 2, this will be 0 now. This is 2 minus 0, this is 2. And this will be cos square x minus 2 minus sine square x. What is cos square x minus 2 minus sine square x? We know that cos 2x is cos square x minus sine square x. So this is basically equal to cos 2x minus 2. So this is cos 2x minus 2. So now if you are looking at to calculate the determinant, let us look at the second row. There are two zeros in it. So we have to just look at this particular term. So the determinant will be minus 2 into cos 2x minus 2 into 1, which is cos 2x minus 2, minus of cos 2x into 2. So this is minus 2 cos 2x. This is minus 2 into minus cos 2x minus 2. When you are simplifying it, this is simply equal to 4 plus 2 cos 2x. Now what is the maximum value of it? The maximum value of cos 2x is 1. Therefore, the maximum value of this given expression will be 4 plus 2 into 1, which is equal to 6. So the answer for this particular question will be equal to 6. This is the last question for today. If you like this session, please do like this video. If you have any doubts with respect to any of the question, please do comment below this video. I will look at all the comments and I'll try to explain to the best of my ability. And like I said, one thing that I wanted to remind you is next week on Monday, Tuesday and Wednesday, we'll be having 3 sessions at 3:30 p.m. All of them will be on maths for JEE mains. So definitely do attend the sessions on those days. Thanks guys for tuning in, and I hope you all work hard.